Good morning. Can you guys see me and hear me okay? My kids are answering me. They think that I'm talking to them. You guys, I'm on a live stream. They're like, oh, did you guys hear them? Well, one of you guys let me know if you can see me and hear me okay. Are we getting a glare from this light that's on behind me? And I've got some windows open, so I'm like, sun. Let's see. Are one of you able to type something in the chat? I still don't have anything yet. Okay, thanks, Johnny. I appreciate you. Good morning, Robin. Robin always calls me Professor, you guys. He says I'm the queen of Christmas villages. So I am right now typing in some information for you guys for Hotwire Foam Factory, because I have been getting some questions about what tools I use since I posted that last video and who my rep is. So I am adding her information to the chat with her phone number and her email address. So give me just 1 second. Factory, and the email is HNREICH@msn.com. All right. Okay, so Charlotte says, hi, I can see you. Thanks, Charlotte. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Andrea. Mandy says, at last, able to see you live. Well, welcome, Mandy. I'm glad you are joining us today. Angela says, hello, everyone. So does Yvette and Bright Opal. Michael says, Miriam, our village queen. Hi, good morning. And Dennis says, hi, Miriam from Costa Rica. Good morning, Michelle. Not going to be live due to this is church time, 11 a.m. Oh, sorry about that. But at least you could come in and say hi really fast. Michael says, well, I'm the village queen, but you can be the princess. Okay. Sandy says hello. Paul says hello. And Captain May says, good morning. I bought my first Christmas village the other day because of you. So beautiful. Really? That is so special. How awesome. I cannot wait to see what you do with it. You'll have to email me some pictures when you get it all done. My email address is miriamsmanor@gmail.com. And I will put that also in the chat for you guys. So a few things that I want to just run by you guys really fast is Hotwire Foam Factory. As you guys know, from the video I posted last, did send me some tools. I will be doing some videos probably in the next week or two on how I am using those tools. I am just beginning to go through learning them, figuring out all of the things that I can do with them, as well as some of their building products. So that is what's going to be upcoming from there. I posted in the comments already the rep who I work with. Her name is Pat, and her husband's name is John. They're actually a team, and they have been users of Hotwire Foam Factory for decades before they became reps selling the product. So they are extremely knowledgeable about the tools. So any questions you have, they're a great resource to contact and call. And I have posted their phone number and email address in the chat comments so that you guys will have that information. Also, um, Robin is still doing the figurines, and this is one that's unpainted. And I wanted to show you guys this just in case. I know I've always showed them to you painted, but this one is unpainted. This is how they come for the carousel. I have painted all of the rest of mine that I ordered for my Max Grand Carousel. So these riders fit on that Max Grand Carousel. And boy, oh boy, they have made such a difference on that carousel. The carousel itself is just gorgeous. It's really beautiful. But it was just a little disappointing. It did not have riders. So one of our village family subscribers started making these, and you can purchase them for sale. I am going to put his name right now in the comments, and it's Robin, and his email address is redbird254@yahoo.com. And I will add that to the comments so that you guys can place an order if you want to do that. So I have begun work on my carnival, and it's a third of the way done at this point. So I'm hoping to have that video released for you guys in the next week or so. I don't know if you can kind of see behind me here. You can maybe see at the top of the carousel there. So I will be releasing that hopefully in the next week or so. I did have a family medical emergency this week. So I am a little bit behind, but I will definitely get it done and get that out to you guys. So also, because of the medical emergency I had this week, I did not get an opportunity to plan anything. This is going to be one of our last sessions, seeing that everyone's villages will probably be done by next month. So I figured we could do one more Christmas Village live stream. And I want to make sure today that I can answer any of your questions. I know that most of you have at least started building your village this year and with that process of getting it up. So let's do today as like a Q&A and see if we can get as many questions answered as we possibly can. I've been getting a ton of comments and emails regarding lighting and different types of lights and things like that. So I did ask a lot of you to bring those questions today that I was unable to answer, to see if maybe the group can help and answer. So if you guys want to start plugging away, putting your questions in the comments, I'm going to go back to the comments now and start reading those and see what we have here. So Paul says hello from the UK. Oh, and then Captain May. So this is where I left off. Ryan says hello from Orlando. Hi, Ryan. Jim Zook says, at 71, just started building a village. That is fantastic, Jim. I am so happy for you. It's better late than never, right? Trina says, hi from Columbia, Maryland. Martha says, hello from Las Vegas. Nettie says, hi, everyone. Can you see me? Nettie, no one can see anyone else. You guys can only see me, but we can't see each other, unfortunately. I wish we could, but I know that the last time we did a call, one of my subscribers offered up a Zoom. So I was thinking about seeing if we can do that in December to once everyone has their villages set up, and then we can all kind of go through and see each other's villages. I thought that might be really cute. So we'll see if we can get that done. Bright Opal says, I'm in the process of making my own village buildings. Ooh. As I can't afford buying houses, I will have a nice village until I get the real thing. That is fantastic. So that's how I actually started off my very first village. I bought the little like $5 birdhouses from Michael's. And my mom and I painted them up and took off the little bird handle and just used that as our base and decorated the houses from there to make them look more realistic. I punched holes in the back and actually added lights to those as well. Now, mind you, I did not keep them on unless I was in that room because I was concerned about the wood possibly catching fire. But I was able to light them up. So it was really cute, and we did this kind of wooded scene. And so a lot of people do end up starting that way and then slowly building their village pieces that are like porcelain or the poly resin buildings. So it's a great way to get started at an affordable price if it's something that you want to do. Also, I know I said this a million times, but if you're just joining like for the first time, don't forget to check your local Goodwills this time of year because they do have buildings in there sometimes for like $5. So, another great place to pick some up. Some of them might be a little bit smaller, but if you're looking for something that is porcelain, ceramic, or resin, then that might be a good option for you. Okay, so Dennis says, we are waiting for you in Costa Rica, where the most beautiful beaches and landscapes are in the world are. That's awesome, Dennis. You guys, I promise you, if I get out and travel, not if, I should say when, I will definitely let you guys know when I come out your way because you could really show us the beauty and the local spots. And I love that when I travel, I don't like to do a lot of the touristy stuff. Um, I like to hang out like and see how the locals live in whatever region I'm in. So that'll be awesome. We'll take you up on that, Dennis. Okay, let's see. Charlotte says, Nettie Rose, I see your message. Okay, yes. Monica says hello from North Dakota. Jen says good morning. I love your village and builds. I'm from Alabama. Thanks so much. I really appreciate that. Bright Opal says praying for your loved ones. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate that. If you could pray for me and my family, and keep us in your prayers. For those of you who pray, I would greatly appreciate that. This has been quite a season for me personally and family for the past like 3.5 months. So I've been plugging through and plugging away and definitely staying positive and prayerful. But I could use some help in prayer. Francesco says, hi from Italy. Hello. How are you? What time is it in Italy right now? Monica says, just about ready to video my village for the contest. Ooh, any tips on how I can do that? Yes. So the biggest thing that when people take videos, they keep their phone up like this. So turn it sideways like this and take your videos. That way we get a wide angle of your village and it makes it a lot easier to see. Also, I would recommend um, moving very slowly, as slow as you can move to keep the camera steady, especially if there are detailed areas that let me sit back so I'm not right in that sun, that you want us to see clearly. If you just kind of move slowly and do a slow pan like this, and then center, and then go in with your phone like this on your close ups. If you have software that you know how to make a movie with, you can just do a pan and then zoom in with your software. But if you don't know how to do that, then try to just be as slow and steady as you possibly can. Keep background noise to a minimum, and And yeah, so I guess that's the best tips I can give you for shooting your videos. Oh, and natural lighting. Definitely natural lighting is the best and helps eliminate dark spots. If you have some additional lamps, if your village is in a darker room, if you have some lamps you can pull temporarily from another room and kind of spotlight it and have someone help you and hold that light up for you while you are videotaping, or if someone else can grab their phone and turn on the flashlight and put the flashlight wherever it is you're shooting and kind of walk along with you while you're shooting. That also helps too if your village is in a dark place. So if you can shoot your video like first thing in the morning, that way you have the best natural light, and add additional lighting where necessary. Okay, so Veronica says, hi, I just finished my village, Veronica Valencia. Captain May says, "Hope you are feeling better." It wasn't me. It was someone in my family. But thank you. I really appreciate that. Stephanie says, "Good morning, everyone from Toronto." Oh, I skipped Veronica's other comment. She says, "Yes, the bird houses are cool to make villages. I have some." Oh, okay, good. Robin says, Robin is from Indian Head, Maryland. Inquire about rides for Grand Carousel at www.carouselpeople.com for ordering. Oh, his comment just scooted back. Hold on. For ordering, or redbird254 at yahoo.com. Limited quantities ready to ship now. Oh, that's fantastic. And Robin does ship out fast. I've ordered 2 different orders from him, and he will ship it out right away and get it to you so that you can get them painted and get them up in your village. Let's see. So Francesco says, I just want to ask you about the light connection under the table. Can you show me yours in order to figure it out? Thank you. Yeah. I'll grab my laptop and show you. So for now, what I do is get the 12 outlet power surges. I ordered them from Amazon. The link is in the first and second live stream forum videos, I believe. I did put the link to those in the description box of our first couple live stream videos if you're interested in buying the same one I have. So I buy that really long power surge. It's 4 feet long or 3 feet long because it has spaces, large gap spaces between each outlet. That allows me to plug an AC adapter, which, no, I just had one, but I put it away, which has a box that's kind of like this wide next to a regular plug without any of them being blocked. That's the biggest thing when you're trying to figure out your electrical, when you're buying your outlets. Make sure there are spaces between those outlets on that power surge. It might not be a big deal to you now. Maybe you don't have AC adapters that you're using, but chances are in the future you might add some and need some. So I would say if you're going to purchase them now the right way with them spaced. That way you don't have to go back and buy it later. And it'll save you some headache. Trust me, because I've been through this so many times where I've probably purchased like 5 or 6 different types of power surges for my village before I finally landed on the ones that I like. So you guys bear with me. I'll take you under my table now. Let me unplug and give me a second. Okay, so this is the, let me get my hair out of the way so it doesn't get in the computer. This is my power adapter. And as you can see, I have ran the holes and just dropped my cords through the holes and then just plug them in here. And this is what I mean with the AC adapters. This is a Limax AC adapter here. And then next to it, I still have a regular cord, but there's all this space in between so that you can plug them in right next to each other. Okay. You know, I really love you guys. I'm getting on the floor for you. Okay, let's see. Did that answer your question, Francesco? Judith said, "Good morning, everyone from the Netherlands." And I just received Judith's contest entries. Judith, I have not opened your videos yet, but I did respond to you, letting you know that I did receive all 5 of your emails. And I will open them and make sure that I can actually view the content. So as soon as I open them, I'll send you an email back and let you know if I was able to open them and view them. So Janet says, "I noticed in my area that box stores do not have Christmas villages for sale this year. Nothing at Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby. I did find some at Walmart, but not much. Any thoughts?" Janet, that is absolutely correct. My Michael's, the last time I went there, I think which was last week, still did not have their Max Village stuff out. And this is rather late in the year for them not to have it out. I know that there were a lot of shipping delays. There's a lot of cargo ships still in the port of California with merchandise sitting on them that hasn't been unloaded yet, that is waiting to go into stores. And I'm not sure if some stores just don't plan on putting anything out. Some of the stores, I know that Robin let me know the Home Depot in his state did already put it out. So, and they run national campaigns. So if one big box store like Home Depot has it in one state, it should have gone in the other state if they were able to get their inventory. So it might just be a port delay and an inventory issue with them not being able to receive their shipment. They might end up putting it on the shelves a little bit later. Everybody's just kind of playing this guessing game and seeing. I know the Walmart by my house took forever to put anything out. And then when they did, they put it in an entirely different section than they do the rest of the Christmas stuff. So I had been going back asking the people back there in the Christmas department, when are you guys getting the village stuff? They kept telling me, oh, it'll be next week, it'll be next week, it'll be next week, or it's probably in the back. We haven't put it out yet. It was out in another area in the store, like closer to like where the groceries are. So I would say talk to a store manager if you don't see anything out because it might just be in an entirely different location, or not a store manager, but like a supervisor of that area, because they will be able to tell you sometimes a little bit better than regular employees who might not even know what you're talking about in the first place. But there are a lot of delays. One of the things that you can do is go online, and let me put this in the comments right now. I order a lot of my village stuff through ehobbytools.com. I just put it in the comments for you guys. They sell all Max products, but they have a large inventory of things that you can order. I know that they were taking reservations for some items, but some items are available for purchase now. So you might want to try ordering online instead of um can you guys hear my mom? um Instead of or trying to wait for things to come in through the store. You can try that. Let's see. Robin says, Miriam, my realistic water is shrinking down to a lower level. Why? You know what, Robin? I am wondering if they changed their like chemical base to that product, because I noticed in the last lake that I poured, mine did the same thing too. They usually have very minimal shrinkage. My pours that I did even last year did not shrink like it's shrinking now. And I just noticed that in my very last pour, it did shrink down quite a bit. I had to pour 3 layers because, with the realistic water, for you guys who are unfamiliar, that is the water that you pour to create like your lakes and your ponds and things like that. You can only pour an eighth of an inch at a time. However, 2 pours of an eighth of an inch usually gives you a good depth of water and you are fine. I am finding that I'm having to do 3 layers of an eighth of an inch in order to accommodate for that shrinkage. I know that Hobby Lobby also sells their version of realistic water that is also a resin based product. It is a cheaper bottle because it's half the size, but I experienced minimal shrinkage with that product. So maybe you can try giving that one a try from Hobby Lobby. And they have their stuff in the back of the store with all of their like miniatures and building supplies for their miniature buildings, but it's all the way in the back, like the middle back of the store, kind of close to like where their restrooms are out here anyway, if you want to give that a try. Let's scoot this back some. I'm trying to stay out of that shining light that's coming in from my window so that I don't keep flashing in front of you guys. Let's see. Let me see where I left off. Oh, Francesco says it's 5:10 p.m. Oh, wow. You guys are a while ahead of us. Sandy says, Fayetta, did I say that right? Says, very inspiring. Lynn says, good morning from Oregon. Good morning, Lynn. And Francesco says, P.S. Your village is wonderful. Thank you so much. Hopefully I can get it done soon. You guys, this is the longest village build I have ever had. I usually build my village in about 3 weeks. And I have been building this village for like 3 months. I have had delay after delay after delay after delay. And I am just like, it'll get done sometime. Whenever it gets done, it'll just get done. I don't even have anything else completed in my house. My whole house is usually decorated by this week. And I haven't even started anything else in my house because I've just been working on this village. So I need to go into turbo drive. Martha says, trying to light up my mountains in my village. Can I use glow in the dark paint? That's a very interesting idea. The only question I have is what color will the glow in the dark paint end up looking like? Because usually stuff that's glow in the dark kind of looks like a bright lime green white almost. That might give your mountains a little bit of a funny look and make it look a little bit more Halloweenish. I would suggest adding some spotlights to the mountain. Lee Max makes these tiny little spotlights. I'm going to take you over to my village so I can show you this. Do you see that little light there? They make these little lights and they come on an adapter of 2. Here's the other one. And they do shine pretty bright. And they're just little spotlights. And I believe they're, what, Mom, about $10 for the pack?
Somewhere around there, about that.
My mommy just came in.
No?
Yes. So you can do either spotlights and shine it on the mountains. And the good thing about those spotlights is the neck of them are adjustable. So you can kind of have them scooting forward and facing up. So it's getting the whole mountain. Or you can add fairy lights to them. If your mountains have layers, you can add them between the peaks. If they have like a little separation between both sets of mountains, and then have them inside kind of cascading up so you can see the mountains that way. So those are some options that you can have to kind of highlight those mountains. And those tiny little spotlights are very easy to hide if you don't want them visible. You can like cover them with snow and it really hides them very well. So hopefully that helps. Okay, let's see. Charlotte says, in the Netherlands, it's about 5:11 p.m. Oh, so the same as Francesco. You guys are on the same time. Ring says, sorry I'm late, was watching foam tutorials. Ring, I love you. That's awesome. Oh, and I did talk to Pat. She let me know that you placed your order, so you should be probably starting to carve something out by now. Did you get your products yet? Valerie says, "Good morning, everyone from Malaysia." Hi, Valerie. Mom says, "Good morning, everyone." You can come tell them good morning, Mom. My mom is good.
I'm not sitting. Good morning, everyone.
Okay, so Michelle says, "Good morning, beautiful." Aw, thanks, Michelle. Good morning. Um, Tano78 says December 2nd is the deadline. December 1st. Are you trying to get an extra day out of me? December 1st, I need to have all of the entries because you guys can see I'm already behind. Look at this. My village is half done. I need to have some time to put the videos together, and it's probably going to take me a couple of weeks to get it all together so that I can get it to the judges so they can at least have a week to view everything and go through the all of the entries and judge them, so that I'm not asking them to do it last minute because I would like to announce the winner Christmas Eve. So I want to make sure that we all have enough time to properly do our jobs and we're not rushing through it. Ryan says, "How can sorry, video that cannot be emailed get to you?" So, how large can the video be? Um, I can open videos that are sent by Dropbox for the large videos. The Villager Extraordinaire category is for the best overall village. That can go up to 5 minutes. If you need to send 5 1-minute videos, that's fine. Do that. And then just if there's a certain order you want the video to flow in, that you want me to put it together on the movie, just make sure you title it when you save it, like video 1, video 2, video 3, so on and so forth. The other categories should be no longer than 2 minutes for all of the other categories. You can also send still pictures that I can put on a movie reel so it'll just pan in and out from picture to picture if that's easier for you too, if you cannot send videos. So I hope that helps. Ring says, "I'm in North Carolina, by the way." Nice. My sister used to live in North Carolina for a little while. She lived Pensacola, right? She was only there for a year.
For military.
Um, Angela Green says, "You can also try Lowe's. They may have them." Yes, Lowe's usually does have stuff out. Or, you guys, if you can't find what you're looking for in the stores, buy them used. So many people sell used village pieces in mint condition. And that way you are able to still get what you want. OfferUp does have a platform for it, as well as eBay and Facebook Marketplace. I know those three places you can find a ton of stuff for sale. And there are even for OfferUp, they're not just doing local. There are people who are willing to ship to wherever you're at. Obviously, it'll be more expensive with the shipping, but if there's a piece that you're looking for, you'll probably be able to find it either on eBay, OfferUp, or Facebook Marketplace. Let's see. Judith says, "Thanks. If you can't open them, I still have a lot of pictures of the village that I can send you to make a slideshow." Okay, very good. Sandy says, "I found," oops, my comments just moved. Hang on one second, guys. I have to see where I left off. Sandy says, "I found great success using eBay and Facebook Marketplace to find economical and retired houses and figurines." I should have just read your comment next, Sandy. Michelle says, "There is a St. Vincent secondhand store that has some out there from 20 to 35 in Evansville, Indiana." Nice. And Wilfred says, "In Belgium, I buy my houses from Felina World in the Netherlands." The buildings that are based in Belgium are absolutely gorgeous. Um, someone sent me a picture about 2 years ago who's in Belgium of their village. And I was blown away by the architecture of these village houses. They are absolutely gorgeous.
Can we order?
We don't get those over here. So uh, it's nice just to see how the different countries, these um, product makers make different style architecture for the different regions and countries that people are in. But I wish they would make it available to all of us because there's so many houses that I really enjoy that are only available in other countries. And I know I've heard you guys say the same thing too, like, oh, I wish I love that building. I can't find it over here in my country. We should just keep this universal. Our world is going to such a global market. We should keep it all open. Monica says there are no villages and stores here, not even Walmart. Jeez, that stinks. There are villages at the Walmart in Oklahoma where my mom lives. I figured North Dakota was at the end of the list, being all the way up here. We didn't get them for a long time either in Phoenix, so don't feel bad. Most of my village houses are from Goodwill and other thrift stores. They are in excellent condition and so much cheaper in price. It's also fun looking for them. Yes, I agree. Trina says, Miriam, by any chance, do you know why some Lemax adapters are not compatible with certain accessories? I've run into this problem with the Lemax Big Children Swing. Yes. So some Lemax adapters that have a yellow ring around. Mom, can you grab me that adapter over there that you saw earlier? I think I put it over there on that table.
This one?
Yes. Thank you. So some adapters have a green head like that, and some have a yellow head. The ones that have the yellow tip don't have as much voltage required as maybe the unit is. But I find if you get the adapter that has this green tip, it's compatible with everything. This is a higher voltage. They typically are a little bit more expensive to buy, but they're worth it because then you can just put it in whatever piece that you need. Also, if you're not aware, these come in three-head adapters. So it's one cord to three of these on one cord, which is awesome. And I try to buy as much of those as I possibly can to save space on my power surge. So that's why some of them don't work. When you purchase a piece, if you're wondering which adapter to buy, read in the description box. It'll typically tell you which adapters are compatible with which. I know that eHobby Tools does this, www.ehobbytools.com. If you buy any moving piece, it will always tell you on that first page under the description which adapter is compatible with that piece so that you make sure you're buying the right one. I know they do it. Some other stores do not do that. But you can just look it up and see which adapter is compatible with that piece. But get the ones with the green tips. It'll save you from even trying to figure all that out. Judith says, that's why I use transparent silicone bathroom kit. It doesn't shrink. I've never used silicone, Judith. I need to make a note of that and write that down really quick. I am totally going to try that. Come on, if my phone will work. Transparent silicone bathroom. Okay, got it. My honey just came in. I know it's a family affair today, guys. You get us all. Some of you guys were asking last time, where is your hubby? Because he's usually on the live streams helping me stay current with comments, especially when I'm working. But he was out of town the last couple of times.
I'm back.
He was taking a lot of vacations to Notre Dame games. So So he was having a lot of fun. So he's back now. Robin says, Michael releases Lamax items on Thursday, very limited supply, 2 large pieces a week. I found large selection this past Thursday, early AM. Thanks, Robin. So maybe we can get down there on Thursday, you guys, and see what we can get. Angela says, Monica, that's funny. Wilfred started my build in August, finished end of October. Really?
Awesome.
I'm a little jealous of you right now. I wish I could say that. My village is always usually done by now where I am sitting back and enjoying it with my coffee and I am still building. But it's okay. I'm going to get where you are soon, real fit. Robin says, eHobby Tools also sells the Lemax field lights. Ah, that field light. Yes. I'm surprised you didn't think of that, Mom. Mom loves those field lights.
I'm sorry.
Mom said she thought of it, but didn't say it. Let the people know.
No. Sorry, guys.
Yes, the field lights are awesome. They are super tall. If you haven't seen them already, I believe they're like 11 inches, right? Somewhere around there.
Yes.
And they have 5 lights on them.
Yes.
Each light is adjustable, that you can turn any way you want, left or right, up or down, to illuminate that mountain. So that is absolutely another great idea that you can do. Michelle said, I got the same background scenery that you have. Oh, nice. This one is a very popular one. I wasn't going to get you, baby. I've seen a lot of people with the same exact background. And who just sent me? Now I can't remember. I just opened one of your videos for the contest. I think it was you, Monica, with your background that had the houses on it. I was going to buy that background. There's another background that's kind of a darker night sky like this too. And it has some like village houses in the back of it with some trees in the distance. And it's so beautiful. And I was debating between this one and that one. And I think I ended up going with this one because this one was a 10 by 10. And the other one, I think I could only get an 8 by 10. But I love that one that you have. It's really, really pretty. But I do love this one. I do love the night sky in this. And I think that it's going to go so well with my overall complete look once I get the carnival and the ski mountain up completely. I can see it in my head. Yeah, it's going to be gorgeous. I can't wait. Ring says, yes, carving today. Woohoo! I can't wait to see what you do, especially with your new awesome tools. That's going to be so much fun. Mandy says, good morning.
Good morning.
Captain May retracted a message. Why'd you retract your message? Ring says, hi, Mom.
Hi. And hi, Robin.
Captain May says, good morning, Mom.
Good morning.
Ronnie says, good morning. You two look like sisters.
Oh, we are.
I know. I do look a lot like my mom.
Yes.
And her skin still looks so great. So I'm so thankful. Got good genes. She looks so young.
Thanks to your grandma.
Yeah, my grandma had really good skin too. Let's see, where did I leave off? Monica says, Mom, you're beautiful with a big heart.
Thank you.
You and your daughter are so creative. Robin says, Eve, you're beautiful, just like your daughter.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you guys are hard.
We can stay here all day.
Claudia says, bonjour from France. I love your village. Amazing.
Bonjour.
Anna says, Marie retracted a message too. What are you guys doing this morning? Retracting all these messages. What's going on? Anna says, "Hi Miriam, hello from Rio de Janeiro. I love your villages and I'm learning a lot from your tutorials. My own village is getting nicer every year. Thanks so much." I am so happy to hear that. And thank you so much for a beautiful compliment. That was my goal and my hope in creating this channel and even starting this forum, was to be available to help you guys and allow us to all help each other, because there's just questions that I don't know the answer to that you guys do. So it's fantastic. So we can all
Yeah.
Help each other.
support one another and help our villages get better. Ronnie says hello, hubby.
Hey, Ronnie.
Wilfred said hello as well. So Marie Andrew says, "Morning from New Zealand. It's 5:30 a.m. on Monday." Whoo, girl.
Wow.
I am short one light adapter for one of my houses. I'm thinking of inserting battery powered LED lights in the back. Do you have any other tips?
You remember when we used to?
They do sell the lights separate if you just need one light cord. They do sell them, or you can absolutely use a battery powered LED. We used to sometimes put the little LED candles
Yes.
in our houses and just leave them on, like pop it in there and just leave it on the entire time, so the building is always lit. But I think that would work if you can't buy a replacement light for that particular building. I think definitely doing something battery powered would definitely help. And just, I would leave it on only because I didn't like to like climb to that part of the village and keep turning it on and off. So I would just keep it on and then replace the battery like the next 6 weeks or so whenever it would end up dying out. But it lasted a while. I only had to switch out the batteries like twice on a few of those buildings that I did that on. So it wasn't too bad. I didn't think so. Victoria says 3-volt goal for 2 AA batteries. 4.5-volt is for 3 AA batteries. Noemi says, "Hi Miriam, this is Naomi." Oh, your name on your um what do you call this? Like how it shows up as your YouTube name is different than how you typed your name.
The username.
Yeah, your username is different than how you just typed your name, because it says Noemi, but then you typed Naomi. Anyways, that's just my quirkiness. I just noticed that. I just wonder which one it is. I am from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I love all the tips you have given me, and I love your chatting all the time. Aw, thanks so much. You guys love it. I talk too much sometimes for my house. Baruch, good morning. Did I say it right this time? You stopped by Jack's Boutique. Yes, she called me and did let me know that. Thank you for that. It was just a quick little display. I could not do what I really wanted to do time wise, but I am going to get back over there and get that window beefed up a little bit more once I finish my village stuff. I just didn't want to take too much yet because I haven't even done my children's village yet. So I don't want to take anything away from my village or from theirs until I finish everything, and then I'll get back over there. So once I do, I'll post an updated video of what that storefront looks like once I can get it all nicely done. Trina says, "In Maryland, all of the Lemax products are 40% off." Oh, you are so lucky you have them. You're in Maryland too. Gosh, we have so many Maryland folks. Robin said his stuff was out. Like the first time he messaged me was about 6 weeks ago that everything was out. So you guys are lucky over there. You already have all your stuff. Plus, you can use your rewards coupons in addition. Ooh, that's awesome. I think I have like $10 right now at Michael's. Thanks for explaining the different adapters. You're very welcome. Julie Jr. says, "Hi, Miriam and hubby, of course." Hi, Julie. Captain May says, "What brands do you have? Are there brands that are different sizes and proportion to each other?" Yes. I have all sorts of buildings. So I have Lemax. The majority of my village is Lemax. But the majority of my houses are actually Department 56. Well, half of them, I would say. Half of them are Department 56, and the other half are the O Wells brand. So it's O apostrophe Wells. Um,
What's the difference between villages and houses? You said from my villages and then you said
my
from my houses.
buildings.
Your,
So my buildings are regular buildings that are like
your
businesses.
commercial buildings.
hmm And then my residential. Excuse me, sorry, you guys. I have this tickle going on right now. My residential houses are mostly Department 56 and Oh Wells. I also have some Carrolltown, and I have two Thomas Kincaid. So the Thomas Kincaid buildings are very small. When I have my Thomas Kincaid, I usually put them off on a little ledge by themselves because they are considerably smaller than some of the other pieces. When the Lamax and the Department 56, depending on which series you've gone with in each of those, they roughly are the same size building. So they're very interchangeable without it being like this drastic thing. Um, However, with that being said, I don't mind mixing different height buildings because when you go to any downtown area or any little shopping plaza or things like that, you never see buildings that are exactly the same height. You have some that are really tall, some that are short, especially if you're down on a row where you might be doing like more boutique shopping, which is the look of a lot of village buildings anyway. You have the variation of height. I think just as long as they're not too drastic to where you're doing this. If it's like this, I think it's okay. Um, so I put it together and I make it work and I mix and match all the time. I do have my preference. I do have a preference for Max buildings, especially when it comes to um, businesses and a lot of their like cabin type buildings. I think they make the most interesting storefronts, and they always have a lot of detail and little things on the outsides of the buildings that just are so beautiful. I do love Department 56 houses for neighborhoods. So, with that being said, I just do what I can. You guys, give me 1 second. I actually have to go blow my nose. I have like, okay, thank you for they're gonna go get me a tissue. I feel like I might be, I don't know if I'm coming down or what. I have a little tickle in my throat and I'm gonna step off camera so I'm not rude and blow my nose in front of you guys.
All right, so I'm gonna take the whole direction of her show right now. Let's talk football. No, just kidding. Just kidding. I want to be invited back. So I'm just kidding.
I'm sure the guys like that.
Christmas and football, they go together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your patience.
Let's see what else you got.
Let me see where I left.
You went too
I went too far. Oops, my bad. Oh, there we go, Monica. So, what do you use as a table skirt? I have a felt fabric that I buy from Joann's Fabrics, and it looks kind of like a snow blanket. And I buy that and just staple gun it to the MDF board. So what I'll do is I'll staple gun it to this, and then I'll put snow here to cover the styrofoam. So that's how I cover all my cords and the table base and make it look all pretty. The other thing I like about this felt blanket, which I will, when I get to that portion of the village, you will see it, but I'll kind of hold it out and I'll sprinkle snow on the actual blanket because the snow flurries stick to it. So it looks like snow just is kind of like cascading down, and it's a really cute effect to it. So it makes my floor kind of messy sometimes when it starts to fall off because I don't spray it with like the scenic cement to try to make it stay. But I do have to sweep in here like once a week to sweep up the little flurries that have come off. But to me, it's worth it because I love the look of it and the effect that it has. Wilfer says 93 houses, 250 trees, and a heap of figurines.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Oh my
Are you displaying all 93 houses in one village?
I mean, is that a basement display? Like that's an entire
I need to see
basement.
this.
God. Yes.
I need to see this. And I need to know if all of them are going up, what square footage are you working with your tables? And what are the dimensions of the room that you have this in? I want to see it. I'm serious. I want to see it. Send me some pictures.
Yeah.
That is absolutely amazing. I just my quirky self, like I actually do a population every year of my
Yeah.
village, and I'll put it on the front of my village because my village is named Dreamy Falls, for those of you who don't already know. So at the beginning of my villages, I always put the name and then my population for that year because every year it grows. I get new figurines, or sometimes I don't use all of them. Sometimes I'll put some of them in my kids' village, but it's interesting to see how much your village grows from year to year. That's why I like to do it, just to see how like far I'm progressing. Because this year, I think last year that was my thing. I didn't have enough.
That's
Moving
funny.
me along.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm like, what are you
Well,
saying?
you had
I'm
asked the
moving too slow?
question earlier about why he retracted his
Aha!
message. And
I
just told you
retracted my
why.
message because I pressed the
Send
send
button
button
before.
before finishing my sentence.
Ah.
Oh, okay. Michelle says, Monica folks use a white flat sheet for the skirt. Yes. Mom does that too. You've used a sheet in the past, but you got one this year.
Not a sheet. I've used tablecloth.
Tablecloth.
White
That's right.
tablecloth.
Thank you.
But I do have a new one this year.
Yes. Mom also
Which-
used white
which is
tablecloths
the-
for hers before.
What is the Aaliyah's dress? What is that called? The tulle.
Tulle.
So that's what mine is made out of this year.
So mom is going to do a tulle skirt.
White.
A white tulle skirt, Tulle, for her base this year. That's going to be really pretty, actually.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. You haven't showed me it yet.
I haven't because I want it to be a surprise.
Oh, Mama's trying to surprise me this year. Robin says, is hubby going to build you a holder for your Jagendorfer ski lift? Yes, we actually were gonna. He asked me yesterday if I wanted to start it, but I'm still trying to finish my carnival before I start that ski lift. So
I just
Because
wait
it's
until
so
she
much.
calls me. I just
It's-
wait until she says she's ready, and then we'll go build it. But yeah, I was trying to push it for this weekend.
Yeah, but I wasn't ready because I'm really trying to get this carnival done so I can get that video released for you guys. This has been quite a notion, videotaping me putting my village together. It's a lot of work when I'm trying, and I always try to get like angles for you guys so you can see what I'm doing. So this video that I released for my carnival, because I was dealing with the medical emergency this week, I was working a lot at night, like late night hours. So the video that I have did not come out very good, unfortunately, but I do have some still shots that I'll still be able to put a video of how I'm doing the carnival. So the first half will be pictures. The second half, I'll be able to do more videos because I should be able to work during the daytime a little bit better. But yeah, it does. With the delays, I'm just not ready for my ski lift yet, unfortunately. But
It has to be right.
Yeah.
and I wanted to save the best for last too, because that whole piece is going to be fantastic. And I wanted to make sure I had everything else set in place so that my dimensions for everything is perfect when I get ready to do that whole side. But this whole back left side is dedicated to the ski mountain and the ski like resort area. So I can't wait. I can't wait to get to it. Monica says, hubby, you're beautiful too.
Thank
Don't want to leave you out. But really, I love seeing the support you have for each other. Hashtag couple goals.
Yes.
Thank you. Marie says, yes, I love the battery power candle idea. Awesome. Mandy says, all our stuff in UK was out end of October. Oh, you guys are so
Wow.
lucky. That is so amazing. And you know what? That's how it usually is here too. Honestly, they are putting away Halloween stuff when the Christmas stuff comes out. So it's just been a weird year for a lot of different types of products, unfortunately, and we're seeing the aftermath of it here.
Oh yeah, right there. That's brilliant.
Brandon, oh, is that high five?
Right here. Yeah.
Mandy says, all our stuff in UK was out. Oops, my bad.
No, ring.
Ring says, I put my small houses in the back of the display to give the illusion of distance.
Genius.
Nice. That
Yeah.
is genius, Ring. See how we can come together and talk this stuff through. That's fantastic. That's a really good idea. Especially like if you're layering up like this and you're going high and you can really make it look off in the distance and put those smaller ones towards the back. That's a really great idea. The comments are jumping again, you guys. Give me 1 second. I have to see where I left off. Ring says, go Panthers. Cam Newton is back with his crazy passion. Says, I know, he does look crazy all the time.
My goodness.
I think you need to go first.
TT.
I think you will.
Do it?
Yeah. Let's see. I put that. So, hi,
Oh,
Miriam.
my bad.
Yep.
Sorry.
How are
Twinkie
you?
G. Hi, Miriam. How are you? Sorry, I almost missed you. I'm good. How are you? Judith says, I will rewatch this video because I'm feeding my 3 cats in this time. I missed some of the talk. Well, hopefully you didn't miss me blowing my nose. Ring says, oh, I already read that one. TT says, LOL football. Sunshine says, hi, Miriam and family. Love your videos. And I'm going to make a video to submit for your contest. Awesome. I just found your videos recently and was inspired to go bigger with my village.
Nice.
Awesome. I can't wait to see your village. Marie, football, hilarious. TT Nat says, this will be my first village. Do you have any Walmart stuff? Yes.
Yeah.
I have some figurines from Walmart that are actually up in this village already. And I know, Mama, I was getting there. I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. No, it's right here. I just forgot to plug it back in. I know. My swing, my mom bought me from Walmart. It was the first gifted piece you bought me that year for my birthday. So you guys, here's the funny thing. Every year now, I get village stuff for my birthday. And my mom gives me my village presents like a month early than my birthday. My birthday is actually in 2 days. So she gives me my stuff like in October, so she knows I'll have time to incorporate it into my village. Because usually by my birthday, my village is done, but she knows I want village pieces. So like this year, she gifted me my winery for my birthday. That's why I did the vineyard. And that year, like 5 years ago now, 4 or 5, she gave me that swing that's at the very top. I don't know if you can see it from this angle, but that piece was from Walmart, that little carnival swing. And it's so cute. I love it, and it still works great. It is battery operated, so I think that's like the last piece that I have at this point in my village that's still battery operated. So I always have to put it in a space where I can reach it so that I can turn it on and off every time. Let's see. Where did I leave off?
The Walmart.
Wilfred says yes on you. Yep, on YouTube.
Probably to that question, do you have any Walmart stuff?
Oh,
You talk
I
about
don't
that?
know. Was that it, Wilfred? Like the yep to YouTube? I'm not exactly sure what that comment was from. So AJ says, "Hi Miriam and family, love your content. I just became a father."
Oh,
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Aw.
So I wanted to do a village for my newborn daughter, and your
Aw.
video has been so helpful. You are gonna make me
Aw.
cry. That is
That's
so
so beautiful.
sweet.
And when you're old, you won't be put in a home. You got a daughter. That's all. Your son will put you in a home, but your daughter will let you stay with her. So
That is so precious. And just
Yes.
think of all of the memories to come when you and your daughter are going to be decorating this together.
Yes.
And if she's like my daughter,
Yes.
who knows exactly where she wants her stuff all the time, she's going to take it over pretty quickly. She's going to say, "No, Dad, this should go here." That's so sweet. I'm so happy
That's
for
awesome.
you.
Yes.
AJ says, "You had a printout of red bricks, or is it only for that gray pebble one?" I only have the gray. However, you can print that on construction paper in other colors and see how that turns out. I know I had seen one of you sent it to me, and I can't remember who now. It was a while ago, but someone had printed it on brown construction paper, and it came out really pretty. So you can always take that same um,
Great job.
print job and paint it on in color,
Color
print it on colored paper
Oh, yes.
to achieve a different look. Marie says, "Good morning, Miriam from Long Island." Good morning, Marie. And Ring says, "Wilfred, I am on your YouTube channel now, and your village is gorgeous. Just subscribe." Oh, that's what that was from. Okay, I get it now. You have a YouTube channel.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. I will have to go check you out.
Atlanta.
Lori says, "Good morning from Atlanta." Good morning, Lori. Michelle says, "Wood is so expensive, so I've been watching on Facebook Marketplace for anyone selling any. Being on disability, it's hard. It's hard to but things. The mountain you made for me, it means the world to me to show it."
That's awesome.
Aw, I'm
That's
so
awesome.
glad you love it, Michelle. It just warmed my heart to do it, and every step of the way, I was thinking about you, like, how would she want to do this? And it, so I'm so glad that you love it.
That probably
And
should say buy things.
yeah, buy things. And
Yeah.
it was definitely a pleasure to do. Charmaine says, "Good morning, Miriam. Thank you for inspiring me last year to give my village depth and different handmade trees." That's awesome. You are very welcome. Anna says, "AJ, I Googled brick wall and got lots of photos of brick." Nice. I chose one to print a brick floor for my village. That's awesome. And you guys, another way you can also use these is not just for your floor, but for walls.
Yes.
You can apply the same concept of laying this stuff flat to putting it on styrofoam or even laminating it and using it for backdrop for walls if you don't have the time to make anything else, or if you just like that look better. I've seen some beautiful thick papers that people use. You can even use cardstock to make it a little bit thicker. Um, and print them and use them as walls too. So just another tip to throw out there. Let's see where I left off. Oh, it moved on me again. Okay, here we are, Robin. "If hubby needs an idea, mine is done."
I'll always take ideas, Robin. Always.
You haven't sent me a picture of it yet. You finished that fast. You just sent me the mountain like, what was that, 5 days ago? You finished that really fast. Rise Above says, "I've tried for 3 years to film my village without success. Lighting and movement is challenging." It is, and especially if your village is deep. Trust me, every year I take my time and I video section by section. I don't try to just go do like a run through of the whole thing. I will take one section that I am shooting. So, for example, my town square. I'm going to shoot just my town square before I move on. And I'm going to do a wide pan so you can see where on my village I'm shooting, and then go in and zoom in and just do that little small area. That way, I'm not trying to move around the entire village. But because I put my movies on like a software program, I can just kind of roll into the next scene where it looks a little bit more natural. If you're trying to shoot your village just in a regular video, it is harder to do if you don't have a software where you can kind of go in and edit it together and make it look a little bit more seamless.
Or a motion stick, right? You can buy a motion stick
Yes.
too, where you can put your camera on there and move
Or what
it
about
and
like a
keep it down.
selfie stick? A lot of people have those.
Selfie stick will give you the distance, but it'll still kind of
It'll wobble if you're
wobble.
not
But
steady.
but if you get the leveling stick, it kind of, even when you move, it'll still keep the camera smooth. Kind
Oh,
of like
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
Well,
got
those are
options.
some ideas. And a tripod. If you aren't, tripods have adjustable heads that can go left to right to pan. So if you have a tripod, or you know someone with a tripod, then maybe they don't mind you borrowing it for a little bit. You can set the tripod up, pan from left to right in that area, and then move it in another area, pan from left to right, and try to do it that way.
Lighting is key too, right?
Lighting is a big deal. You guys, my husband bought me a light that's actually on in front of me right now. How much was this thing?
I don't know, maybe $60.
From Amazon, like the little round light, because that was my biggest issue is I do a lot of work in this room. But when at nighttime, I have very poor lighting in this room, so I couldn't shoot at night when I really needed to. So he bought me this light. So now I can kind of work throughout the day, or like after my kids go down to bed, I'll start working again sometimes. So now I can actually video and things like that in the evening. Whereas before, if I didn't get it done in the morning, it was just like a wrap until the next day. So
It's like a
Can you turn it
18
around so
inch
they can see?
circular ring light.
yeah,
So
you want to
yeah, you
bring
can
the
go to
light?
Amazon.
I'm
I'll
gonna move it
bring
around
that.
really quick so they can see.
Yeah.
For those of you who are interested in it anyway, you might want to turn it off, babe. Turn it off so they right here, because then it's just gonna.
Big
Okay,
glare.
there you go. You guys see it? So you can do a white light or an amber light with this thing. So, okay.
Mhm.
So it helps when you have good lighting you can just see what difference that made, because again, I don't get a lot of good lighting, and I have to keep the blinds closed in here because of the I don't want the sunshine to shine through where it makes it hard for you to see me. So having a light helps. Michelle says wood for my platform is what I was talking about. Yes. Pilar says, I make a mountain with a rail water coming down. I have
Lovely.
seen the village on YouTube.
Yes.
And what was the name of those people? Do you remember, Mom? You
Oh,
guys,
gosh.
it's probably
Oh
my favorite
gosh.
village that I have ever seen. I'm going to have, if
It's
I find
like-
the video, I will link it in the description box to this one, because
Wasn't it like the Dutch one? Is that
I want to say the name was German. I'm not 100%.
Yeah,
I'm going to try
we'll
to find it
Yeah.
and link it to the description box so you guys
Yes.
can see it. They have real water in their
Wow.
village, and they have it kind of like steam,
Yes.
bubbling up
Yeah.
real water from the pond, the lake area. And then they have water kind of trickling down from a little waterfall area into it. It is so gorgeous, this village. It just gave me so much inspiration years ago, the first time I saw it, and I literally find it every year and I watch it every year because I still love it. They take their village down and put a new one up every year, at least for the
Mhm.
3 years that we saw it. They did that, and it
But
is
kudos to her.
absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
So
Kudos to
Pilar,
her. Share.
I would love to see your real bubbling,
Absolutely.
your real water coming down. And
Oh my God.
I think that that's just like over the
That's
top
icing on
amazing.
the cake.
It is. It's definitely the icing on the cake. So I would love to see it if you want to share. AJ says, when you do multiple levels, is there an average height you go by, or is it dependent on the height of the buildings in certain levels? So this year, I am layering up, as you can see, and it is absolutely, for me, dependent upon the levels that I have in front of it. Normally, every year, I have levels to my village, but not like I'm doing this year. But I typically start from the back and move forward. This year, because my levels were going so high, I didn't want it to be like jumping a lot in heights where it looks like a staircase. I wanted it to be like a gradual slope. So your eye just kind of naturally goes up. So I set everything. I started with my main level first so that I can make sure that I adjusted the height to the next level accordingly once even the trees are set, because your trees are always taller than the buildings and really make a big difference in how high you need to go for that next level. With that being said, you can see that last platform, that wood table up there that I haven't decorated yet. That's going to be the second piece. Actually, that's like the 5th level to the carnival, but it's too high for me, for this village. I need to take it down like 2 inches. And so when I cut it and I set it all up, I realized once I had it back there, that's why it's not decorated yet. It's too tall for what I'm going for, because I just want a nice gradual incline and not this like wall coming so much taller than everything else. So it depends on how anal you are, I guess, to answer your question. I can be really particular about these types of things where that will bother me. So I am cutting those legs down today after we finish up, um, and get the rest of that decorated. But if that doesn't bother you, where you feel like I'm just going to set my standard heights, go for it. Cut all your wood at the same time, get everything cut at the same time, or whatever you're using to create your different levels, and get it all done and then decorate it accordingly. And then maybe use trees, plan your trees out based upon the level so that you're not putting anything too tall that's going to impede the next level behind it. So you've got something here to show?
Yeah. So if you wanted to
Oh,
build,
the water pump.
if you wanted to create your own real water flowing,
Hold on.
the key to that is a submersible water pump, right? So it's the same thing that they use for fountains. You can move that box there, and it'll just allow you, if you can create a waterproof system, you can just create a submersible water pump, set up in here, add your tubes to it, and then it'll run. So this was like maybe $9, I think, on Amazon. So
Okay.
Now he fixed that, one of my my mills, for me to have it run the water. Excuse me. And it came in a pack of 2. But I do want to use this one of these days, because you guys, you know those swimming pools, the really hard plastic ones that we used to use when we were kids. They still sell those, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can use that for a lake if you have a large display, or something like that in a smaller version, and just paint it out to make it look like the bottom of a lake, and use real water. Yeah, or a nice size plastic bowl that you can put this pump in, paint it, and paint it something darker and make it look like the bottom of a lake, and use real water that way. I just haven't done it yet because I just haven't gotten around to doing it. There's so many other things that I want to try every year that it's hard sometimes to decipher like what to incorporate from one year to the next.
We have to get the other 1,000 ideas in our head done first.
No, the next year I think is going to be the year.
Next year's the year.
Next year's the year. Because I think next year, I'm already thinking ahead to next year, you guys, and I haven't even finished this village. But next year, I think I want to do like a completely wooded scene and a village that's like mainly woodsy, cabiny, ski, like that whole type of feel, and not do so much city. So I think that's what I'm gonna do next year. So of course I'll need a good size lake, and it might just be like the focal and center point of the whole village, and then have all the supporting pieces around it. So we
Nice.
shall see how it all turns out. Da, 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 da. Lillian says, "See and hear you." Oh, great. Wilfred says, "Thanks, Stafford. Mandy is wishing you a happy birthday." Aw, thanks, Mandy. Twinkie G says, "Happy early birthday, sis." Thank you, girl. Thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. Robin says, "Panthers lose today to my."
Washington football team.
Thank you, because I was like, WFT. Terrible name for my skin. Love Disney Dogs. Hey, Love Disney Dogs. I haven't heard from you yet. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Shantae says, "Hi, Miriam. Got to jump off. Time for church." Thanks, Shantae, for coming on. I don't know if I'll make it in time for a contest. We'll try to submit. If anything, I'll submit for subscriber tribute. Okay, very good. Happy Thanksgiving, family. Happy Thanksgiving to
Yes,
you.
happy Thanksgiving.
Ring says, "Weird question, but I'm now obsessed with details thanks to you." Do you put in driveways with your neighborhood houses? Excuse me. I have not put in driveways, but I do have walk paths in my neighborhood houses. The only reason I haven't done driveways yet is because I don't have cars in my village. And that's something that I haven't yet incorporated. When I first started my village, my whole village was mainly like a 1920s time period. As I have purchased more pieces over the year, obviously it's gotten a little bit more modern over time. So I feel like I'm in a transitional stage though with my village. I usually have a lot of like horse and carriage riders that I haven't even put in my village this year. I'm thinking I might just leave them out because my village is so transitional. Where next year I may, or maybe 2 years from now, I may start incorporating vehicles. And if I do, then I'll need roads and all that other kind of stuff. So I'm just not ready to take it to that level yet. Because if you guys don't notice already, they have a system where you can put your cars on a track and it will drive around your village where your roads are. And I just think that's absolutely awesome. I've seen some really good videos done on YouTube with that. But I'm not ready for that yet.
And
So
what
I
about the guys that ride their bikes?
Oh
That is-
man.
Yes.
So mom found earlier this year a guy who sets this program up and he sells these. So we'll have to find that and link that as well. Because he sells this system. It's a magnetic system. In any village piece that you currently already own can be set up on this system and have your pieces move. It's so genius. But they have it for like in the village, people riding bikes.
And their legs
And they're
are
moving,
moving.
and their
And
legs are moving, pedaling on
Yes.
this track. It is the cutest thing I have ever seen. I was so blown away when I saw this village. So they have some really cool and awesome stuff out there, you guys. That is on a level that I am not there yet. Maybe in a couple more years I can start incorporating some of these things. But I do look forward to it. It gives me something to look forward to and to do in the future. Let's see. Pilar says, "Happy birthday. God bless you." Thank you, Pilar. Judith says, "No, I didn't miss your lovely mom. It took me only 3 minutes." Oh, okay. So I didn't miss a lot. Okay. Valerie says, "Happy early birthday wishes, Miriam. God bless you." Thank you, Valerie. Michelle says, "Happy birthday." Oops, the comment just jumped. Hold on. I gotta find out where it was. I don't know why it does that. It like when so many comments get dumped in at the same time, it moves it, and then I always have to find out where I was. Michelle says, "Happy birthday to a loving friend." Oh, thanks so much, Michelle. I really appreciate that. Love Disney Dog says, "Took down my Halloween village, and I'm working on my Christmas village as we speak." Ooh. Thanks for all the tip videos. They are really helping. I am so glad. You guys, I actually wanted to do another quick tip video update number 4 because I've been writing down some things that I wanted to share with you to compile in another quick tip video. But I just have not had the time because I have had a crazy 3 months. So I do want to get that released this year. For those of you who are still working, hopefully I can get it done fast enough where you can maybe still incorporate some of those tips. And if not, you'll have it for next year. Or for those of you who might be doing your resurrection villages with me, you'll have them for those. So we'll see. Charlotte says, "I printed it out and put some coffee on it, and it became a lovely green color." Ooh, that's a really good idea for the cobblestone road. Putting coffee on it. And then it probably looks really natural with that kind of that mossy look through the cobblestones too.
Oh, yeah.
Wilfred says, "Yes, Village movie on YouTube." Okay. AJ says, "Thank you for reading my post and thank you everyone else for chiming in. Do you have any suggestions on using or making something for train arches for trains to go through and come out of?" Yes, like a train tunnel. So you have a couple of different options, AJ. You can either purchase a pre-made train tunnel. They do sell those. If you look up model railroading, like Google model railroading train tunnels, you can buy one to the scale that your train currently is. If you make one, um, I would recommend getting that like Struder foam, the either the pink foam, the yellow foam, or the blue foam. Those make the best tunnels, in my opinion, because then you can imprint any type of pattern or carve any type of like brick or stone pattern for your train tunnel and make that arch in that type of foam. And then you can stick it onto regular foam or whatever else you're using for your backdrop. But also for shaping that, definitely use, if you don't have any hot tools yet to cut foam, I would recommend getting one for that so that you can keep your lines nice and straight. If you try to carve that with a knife or like a razor blade, um, it's going to be really bubbly. So it's best if you, the precision that you want with a train tunnel, to use a hot knife tool of some sort to carve that out. I hope that helps. Um, AJ says, "Oh, I just read that one." Charmaine says, "What's the best way to fill alleyways between buildings? My village is 4x8, and I added 2 of my Halloween buildings to give it character." Alleyways, I typically, if it depends on if the buildings are facing each other. So are the buildings both facing like in the same direction, or is one facing this way and the other facing this way? Because if you have 2 that are facing opposite directions, butting them up together and like typically just adding trees between them will definitely hide those cords and make it really easy for you. If you are having both buildings face the same direction, still kind of same solution. You can use snow if you want to put like a little mound of snow if the next level is elevated. If they're both on the same level, I would say probably trees to hide those buildings,
Maybe
or
the moss,
some type of, yeah, some type of moss. You can use the moss or snow, or if you want to
maybe a
carve
boulder,
into stone, like
yes,
do like a retaining type of wall
yes.
out of foam, and you can make a wall to put behind the particular buildings. If you're trying to actually create an alley, make some walls and block the cords and have an actual like real alleyway. So I hope that helps. If anyone else has any ideas, definitely put it in the comments. Ring says thank or Rise Above says thanks, good tips. Ring says AJ, check out Luke Towen on Boulder Creek Railroad on YouTube. His are amazingly realistic. Nice. I am way down the rabbit hole now for the railroad terrain modeling videos. That is awesome. And that is one of the things. Thank you for bringing that up, Ring, because I always say, whatever you guys cannot find for villages, look up model railroad products. A lot of the sizes are somewhat compatible, so they will work, but also ideas on how to do villages. You can get a lot of good ideas from model railroading videos, and there are some fantastic YouTubers out there that are putting really good content out there for model railroading that will really help. Twinkie G says, Miriam, I ordered a hot knife set from Amazon and my straight knife tip melted at the base where it plugs into the handle. I'm now going to take your advice and order one from Hot Wire Foam Factory.
Yeah.
I
Get
feel
what you
your
pay
pain,
for.
girl.
Trial
I have
and error.
been there, done that. Listen, so many times. I cannot tell you how many hot knives I have gone through, at least 4. The thing about your hot knives, when you guys are not using them, if you're taking a break, unplug them from the wall. Don't just turn them off, because a lot of the times that power source is what is overheating and will ruin your hot knife. So, as a standard care of practice, unplug it from the wall as soon as you're done carving. Even if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to go back and carve really quick, like 1 minute later, unplug it, let it rest, let it cool down, and then go back and use it. I have done that to care for my tools. They have lasted, some of my newer ones that I've purchased, because I just started doing that so that they don't overheat and fry those cords all on the inside. Because this stuff isn't, villaging is not a cheap hobby by any means. Even when you do it in a cheap way, you still spend a lot of money on all of the different variables of villaging. So you don't want to constantly have to repurchase these things. You know, we have to find ways to take care of the things that we already have so we can buy the fun stuff. So we can buy all the pretty stuff. Judith says, wow, real water pillar, love it. AJ says, thank you, Ring Stafford. Oh, since you guys are on the topic of lights, and this goes with streaming equipment, check out all the stuff from Elgato. The stuff from there are top quality. Nice.
Keep going.
AJ, their webcams are 4K, and they have an attachment to where you can use a professional camera as a webcam. Nice. They just have really good stuff. I'll have to do that too, because like right now I'm even streaming just from my computer. And I know the video quality isn't that great, sorry. But I just don't have another system right now. So
You always come across very nice.
do I? I feel like I'm a little fuzzy, but
To me, anyway.
Angela says it could be making Mike's Village or Wishful. They both have real water in their builds. Making Mike's Village. That doesn't sound familiar, but I'm gonna check those out if there's more people with real water in their villages. AJ says, Ring, is there a specific name for the video for the arches? I couldn't find anything from the search. Charmaine, have you thought about making a sidewalk? How would you go about doing it? Thanks in advance. So I have thought about I actually have made a sidewalk in the past. I did that before I actually started my YouTube channel though. So I'll have to do one of those again and show you how I do it. But because I yet don't have a tabletop cutter to cut like perfectly square pieces of styrofoam or rectangular shape, I will buy a piece of styrofoam that's smaller, that's perfectly thin the way that I need it. And all I do is take my hot knife blade and notch it every like 2 inches. But I don't go all the way through. I just barely put a little crease in each section, like every 2 inches. And I follow the same painting process that I do for everything else. But I dab it. So I'll take my brush I just had a brush around here. Oh, here we go. So I'll take like just the tip of my brush and I'll dab the top of it like this. So I'll start off with black and then I'll go to different shades of lighter gray with each layer until that top finish looks like kind of like a speckled concrete look. And it makes a pretty decent sidewalk for kind of like a next to nothing price. You can also buy sidewalks. I know that Lemax has sidewalks for sale if you don't want to fuss with making them. Their sidewalks are in more of like a grid pattern where they have tiny squares on each section, but they're really nice. So it just depends on like how much you want to invest in the sidewalks. And they can be cut to size. The ones you get from Lemax, you can cut them and definitely make them work for your village with your section that you're working with. Let's see, AJ. Ring Stafford, is there a specific name for the video? Oh, I already read that. Charmaine says, have you thought about making, oh, I already read that. My husband's pointing to me where I'm at, but he pointed off Jack. Mandy says, we'll buy a pump in preparation for that. We're going to get our lake soon. Love Disney Dog says, I asked for a hot foam cutter for Christmas. That is awesome. So I'm thinking and learning how to do platforms this summer for next year.
Yes.
That is fantastic. And listen, start as early as you can because you never know what's going to happen. Like I thought I was giving myself plenty enough time to prepare for my village this year, but a lot of life has happened to me in the last 3 months that had me on a crazy delay. So the more you can get done on your village earlier in the year that you can just set up when you get ready to would be fantastic. Trina says, Miriam, for those who are not participating in the village contest, will you consider asking subscribers just to send a picture of their Christmas villages to just share in the Christmas spirit? Absolutely. Yes, I am going to do a subscriber tribute video. And for those of you who do not want to be a part of the contest, all you have to do is send me a video or pictures that say subscriber tribute, and I will compile a subscriber video so that we can all see each other's villages. I definitely want to do that. I did do that last year, and I definitely want to do it again this year because it was so much fun seeing all of your villages, and everyone else had so much fun seeing everyone else's too. So I think we'll definitely keep that going again. Ryan says, posted moving parade video last night. What? Video is getting too long for submission. What to take out? Question mark, question mark, question mark. You have a moving parade? That is fantastic. Well, I guess you know what you could do if you have software? Take still pictures to shorten the video and then just put it together. That way you can still incorporate everything you want in the video, but it will help keep your time down.
That's good too. Fish tank stuff.
Rise Above says, pet stores might have good water features, lakes, and reptiles aquarium department. Yes, very good idea.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, it is.
Pre-built.
Yes, that way you don't have to do hardly any work.
Rise above. I like the way you think. Minimize the work.
Yes. Lucy says, hi, Miriam. Sending love from the UK. Your villages are fantastic. Thank you so much. Robin says, what happened to that beautiful zoo? Robin.
Yeah, Miriam. What happened to the zoo?
Robin, if you must know, your ski lift gift happened. I have wanted that Jagendorfer ski lift from the first time I saw it like 4 years ago. You guys, I mentioned it on a live stream a couple of months ago, how much I wanted one. And in the future, I was going to incorporate it in my village. Well, Robin sent it to me for an early birthday / Christmas present. And I am absolutely in love. So also Lemax this year sent me a bunch of stuff mid-year this July for a carnival. So last year when I had designed my layout, neither of those two things were actually in my plan. So I put this huge zoo together thinking that was going to be like my big feature for my village this year. But
Along comes the carnival and the ski
the
lift.
carnival and the ski lift,
The
and I'm
zoo
like,
got
the zoo
booted.
got to go.
The zoo got booted.
Because those two things are way more awesome than the zoo.
I like the zoo too, though.
I do like the
I
zoo.
like
But the zoo can go maybe next year when I do my whole wooded scene. Or my son is like in my village. My son just came over here. It can go in my village. My kids this year, you guys have decided to do their village in just one room. So we moved my son's bed into my daughter's room. So we're going to do a huge display for their village. They're going to combine their stuff this year and work together as a team and put their village together. In my son's room. So I'm excited to show you guys what they come up with this year. So if you want the zoo, honey, you guys can absolutely use it in your village. He gave me a thumbs up. Let's see. Michelle says, my husband bought me my first train to put in my village. This will be my first time setting up a village. Do you have any ideas how to set it up? I want it to go through the village. So what type of train did you get? Did you get one that is like an HO scale or M scale, like that has the adapters?
You better speak English. She said it's her first train. What do you mean HO scale or N scale?
Well, because it'll be on the front of the package, babe. It'll be on the front of the package.
Okay, so what's the point though?
So my point is, I guess I should just ask this. Is it electric or is it battery operated? Because that's going to make a difference. Because if it's electric, if it has its power adapter, you want to make sure that you can run that adapter either through a hole in your table or off the side of the table where you can hide it like along the edge if you don't have the capability yet to like drop your cords through wood. So that's something you definitely want to take into consideration when you are figuring out where you want this train to be in your village and how to hide that adapter cord that goes along with it.
When you do your train, do you lay your train out first and then build around it?
Yeah.
So
that's what I was going to do. You were on top of it. I absolutely, my train out. So after my foam goes on, my styrofoam, my train tracks are the very next thing that I lay out when I use a train in my village. You have to set your tracks right, and you want to test your train before you start building your village and putting a bunch of stuff on it, because you want to make sure that your connections, each track connects properly and that you have the proper turn radius as well. So turn that bad boy up, crank it all the way up when you're testing it out, and make sure that it can handle going faster and even slower, that it's got enough power running through.
And without it tipping over where your corners aren't too sharp.
Exactly. So that's what I meant by the turn radius. You want to make sure that your turn radius is wide enough so that your train does not derail. Because that's how derailments can happen quite a bit if your radius is off. So definitely set the tracks first, test it before you start building, and then build up your village around that accordingly, whether you want to do some tunnels or if you guys, I did a really easy train tutorial on the live stream that was, I can't remember if it was the fourth live stream video we did, but it's titled Aaliyah's Christmas Village Setup Part 1, I think. In that live stream video, I was doing her setup for a really easy train tunnel. If you guys want to learn how to do that, of course, there's so many other options, but that one will help. Let's see. Ring says, let me look, AJ. I'm going to leave soon, but we'll send it to you later. Michelle says, with roads by the houses. I can't remember what we were talking about then. Ring says, he makes a flat square facade with an arch cut out of the tunnel face. Oh, for the train tunnel. Yes. Bright Opal says, in Quebec City, we have carriages for people wanting to visit the old city. If you have carriages with modern people, it would work. Just a thought. Thank you. And happy B-Day. Thank you so much. Yes, that is true. And I'll probably do that to transition. Because even like in New York City, one of the most modern places, there's still carriage rides at Christmas time and carriage
Yeah,
horses.
that's awesome.
Michelle Basie says, happy birthday. And thank you, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Robin says, Magna Rail. That's it,
That's
Robin.
it.
Thanks.
That's it.
I knew you would know. Magna Rail is a product from overseas for moving boats, cars, and bicycles and vehicles. Yes.
Magna
That is it. You guys, YouTube Magna Rail.
Yes.
Magnorail. Magna Rail.
It's going to blow your mind.
Yes.
It is awesome. I was like, what?
Yeah, Robin is always on his job.
I know.
Love you, Robin.
You always are on top of everything. Marie says, Miriam, I just started to do a village for the first time because of you. Aw, thanks. I have a lot of buildings, but I'm not good yet doing it. I guess I have to learn from the teacher, Miriam. Start off, I say this all the time, if you haven't heard me say it yet. Start off creating your scenes first. Look at your buildings, do an inventory check. See what type of scenes you can create from the buildings you already have, your neighborhood, your business district, your town square, a carnival, whatever you have. See how you can group those and then start beginning to create the scene for there and see what accessories you need to add for each scene that you're creating. Bring says has to run, carving to do, firing. Thanks everyone for the tips and shared obsession. Wilford said, happy birthday, Miriam. Thank you very much. Bright Opal would like to do a resurrection village with you to use a Christmas village minus resurrection. I've always wanted a first century Christmas village for religious reasons. Awesome. We will totally do it together. Love Disney Dog says, I've seen the Magna Rail in videos too. So cool. A little advanced for me so far, but I would love one in the future. Me too. Maybe we could end up doing it together in the next year or two. I don't have much movement in my village yet. You'll get there. Roland, greetings from Boston. Hey, Roland, how have you been? Diane says, hi from Fresno, California. Thank you for being a blessing and giving me lots of ideas. God bless our husbands that don't say no when we want to make our towns bigger. Yes. Charmaine says, thank you. I'm 98% done with my Christmas village, so I'll add more trees and walls. Happy birthday, by the way. Thank you very much. Trees are essential in a village. Roland says, my wife decided to paint our dining room the same color of your room there. You are an influencer. That is awesome. I love this blue. It's called Dress Blue, by the way, for anyone else who's interested. Dress Blue, and who
Was it a bear?
Sherwin Williams?
No, it wasn't Sherwin.
I thought it was bear.
Was it Bear?
Bear.
Dress Blue. I remember the color, even after all these years. Dress Blue was the name of the color. I just can't remember who the maker was. Wilford says, have to go. Happy holidays, everyone. Thanks for joining us. And you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. If you're headed off too, I hope you guys have a beautiful and wonderful Thanksgiving.
Be safe. Love on each other.
Yes.
No bad words. No bad vibes. Positive energy.
Yes.
Give people grace.
Yes, and amen.
Fix your families if they've been broken due to politics. Like, it's time to get it all right.
Yeah.
Just get back to normal.
Yes. Let this be a season where we truly display Thanksgiving for one another and actually do what the holiday says. Roland says, when she said this is not a cheap hobby, loved husband's expression.
Listen, okay. For complete transparency.
You know I'm about to get you.
For complete transparency. like my hobbies are far more expensive than my
Yes.
wife's.
Yes.
hobbies, right? So
Not
like,
even close.
I'm into classic cars. I am into sports memorabilia. Mine's are big ticket items. Hers are smaller, just continuous.
Yeah.
So she gets to purchase a lot of items to equate to my one major purchase.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
but there are a lot of packages that show up here
And-
every day. So it's psychological.
Hold on. And
I think that's enough information for the group. No, go ahead. And what else?
your season ticket.
Yes.
That's not a hobby.
Wait for.
That's a lifestyle.
That is
Wait a
different.
minute.
That's a lifestyle.
Now
There's a
come
difference.
on, y'all. Help me out
It's not a
here.
hobby.
Because my husband has season tickets to Notre Dame football.
Sports are a lifestyle.
Hold on, babe. Hold on. And he has to make these trips back
I think we're
to
veering off
Indiana
topic.
every year. So it's the cost of the season tickets plus hotel plus airfare. Way more expensive than what I spent villaging. Like not even close. Okay.
Technically, it's an investment because the kids should be able to go to a college campus and see what college is like, so that experience. So it's a bigger picture to it. I mean, I can
He's
find a
laying it
million
on
reasons to
thick.
justify this. Right? So,
I don't say no. I'm just saying yours are way more than mine. Look at what you did, Roland. Your comment.
I love it, Roland. We keep it 100 here. We're open and honest about it.
Stephanie says, finally finished my main mountain and smaller side mountain. Ooh, it's now time to figure out how to paint it to look like an Arctic wonderland.
Nice.
Ooh, so if you want to keep it all white, here's some ideas if you don't mind me throwing out. If you lightly sand the styrofoam, and I mean get like a 400 grit sandpaper, lightly sand it, it will make the mountain look like a fresh blanket of snow just covered it if you don't want to add real snow. Also, take some, another way you can do it is after you carve it out, take like an X-Acto knife and let the like a darker gray seep into that, as instead of doing a black wash, do like a dark gray wash, and then paint over it white with just a hint of those cracks from the knife showing through, and it'll still be like 99% white with just some natural looking lines in it. And I have seen some mountains where people do like the base of it is a super, super, super light gray or light blue. And then keeping the rest of it all white, like really thick snow-capped white mountains that you can use like white glue, snow flurries, and get it all compacted down. So I hope that helps if you needed some suggestions. Let's see. Mr. Dean, 1966, says, how can I clean burnt foam from my hot knife? Turn on the hot knife. Do not use it. Take a dry rag once that blade is super hot and just wipe the blade. All the gunk will come off. If it doesn't, then keep it still hot. Get a wet rag and wipe it off. That typically will help. Nettie Rose says, 2020, I had 11 buildings, 1 table, and lots of snow. I now have 30 buildings and lots of foam to build. I'm starting everything today and want it done by 12/1. Ooh, you are aggressive, girl. I have made plans and stencils. Doable, question mark? It's doable if you have the time. Absolutely. I wish I had 8 hours a day to work on my stuff and just get it done. I haven't this season, but it's definitely doable if you have just a ton of time to dump into it, and also loved ones who are willing to help you. Judith says, Westfeld is a Dutch YouTube provider. I ordered my products from them. They are the largest selling company for Limax in Europe. Nice. Thank you. Because I love Dutch villages. I want to do a Dutch village so bad. The pieces are so gorgeous and it's so quaint. You can put together such a beautiful, quaint, like cobblestone all village. It's just lovely. AJ says, this is the question for husband. Just wondering if you guys do front yard inflatables. And if you do, what do you recommend to contain all the cables plugged into an outlet strip, keeping it safe? Ha, you're
We
asking
do
hubby.
not
I usually
have-
do the yard decoration.
We do not have inflatables, but we do have a lot of lights that go out, and we just bury them.
Yes. So what I
We
do
dig it up and bury them.
is I dig a trench to bury the cords. But they probably can't dig trenches if you have grass. I have
It depends
rocks.
on where you are.
So I have rock landscaping out front. So I dig a trench and then just cover it over with rocks. But my sensor in my outlet that is visible, I buy the ones that have the caps over them, the outdoor caps. But I will also put a plastic bag over it and tie it so that rain can't seep into it and from anywhere. And I just put like a small little tree in front of it or something that's just weatherproof, that's not lit up or something right in front of that little thing, the outlet box, to hide it if it is visible. My bushes this year should be tall enough to cover it where I won't have to even put anything in front of it this year. But typically that's how I hide it. But I do put a bag over every outlet that's out there so it won't go bad. John says, watching from UK, have been using your ideas to expand our village. Wife now suggests we get a new house. You guys are so fanatical like me. I love it. You will want a new house to accommodate a bigger village. You have my heart, is all I can say. That is so awesome. Mandy says, can't wait to see that. Orion says, happy birthday, Miriam, and happy Thanksgiving to all. Thank you so much. Michelle said it's battery operated. Oh, well, that's even easier than just still lay out your train tracks first and then get your layout of how you want the tracks and then just put everything else around it. Yeah.
Trainings from Walmart. It's awesome.
Oh, so you have the same one that I showed in the last live stream. So maybe you can do something like that setup. That train is really, it doesn't ever derail. That little train is cheap, but it's been awesome. And it's one of my favorite ones.
Highly functional.
It
Great.
is.
I mean, it's a great buy for the price.
It is. It's a great buy for the price. And
I mean,
it's
of
so
course, as
cute.
you become like, you leave novice phase to like really getting deep in your train, then you might, the whole train game is expensive.
Oh, yes.
So
that's why I'm waiting to buy a different train until I can buy the one I really want.
Yeah, but from an entry level standpoint and just getting started, it's great.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother rabbit hole to go down when you start playing in the world of trains and
yes.
But at least you can keep your setup year round.
Yeah.
You can justify it if you get into model train building too. So just have
That's
a dedicated
true.
space.
That's true. So Sunshine says, enjoying the live stream, and I added Harley Motorcycle Shop that I gave my husband
Nice.
years ago, customized for him. He died in March.
Sorry.
I am so sorry to hear that. Wanted to bring him into my village intentionally to spark joy. That is fantastic that you would keep his and honor him alive and keep his memory alive in that way. Sunshine also says, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Thank you. And the same to you as well.
Yes.
Robin says, deal or no deal? Exchange Jaggeder for ski lift for Proxon foam table cutter? No deal. No deal. I want my ski lift. I love that thing. Bright Oval says, amen to that. Love how you two interact. Oh, thanks.
This is 14 years of
yes, you
it's
guys.
14 years of honest discussions and truth and laughter and forgiveness and patience and
kindness.
Yeah,
all the fruits of the spirit. Self-control,
Yeah.
temperance, goodness, joy.
Yeah. I mean, we had to figure out how to love each other where we were and stop trying to make the other person become me, stop trying to make her be me, and she had to stop trying to make me be her, and just learn to love the person that we fell in love with again and accept us. So we laugh about a lot of things. We're very different in a lot of ways, but we're very similar in a lot of ways. And the
Yeah.
things that are important to us, we're the same on. So
Yeah. And also loving each other the way we need to be loved. I
Yeah.
can't love him the way I want to be loved. I need to love him the way he needs to be loved. So I speak his language.
and vice versa. Her language is Christmas Village. Listen, I wasn't always this guy.
Yes,
I mean,
it
to be
was.
honest, I was like, how much do you need?
Yes.
How many houses in this village? And you're
That's very
taking up a
true.
room, and we need a bigger house for this. Like, I was that guy. And, then I came to realize she made some valid points. Like, dude, really? Your hobbies are
Yes.
way more expensive than mine. I was counting packages, and she was counting dollars. And
And dollars make sense, y'all.
yeah. So, but yeah, I can honestly tell you that I am glad that she has this forum and this community. I feel blessed to participate in this with her because I didn't realize that this existed.
Yeah.
This space actually existed, and to see the joy that she
Yeah.
has communicating with you guys and meeting people, and to see the love that's shared and the synergies are all over the world.
Yes.
It's inspiring
awesome.
because it helps you realize how beautiful people are
Yes.
in a world that's chaotic right now.
Yes.
This is a safe place to
Yes.
come and just know that you guys are going to love on each other, to just be an outsider being allowed in this space. Like, I don't have the passion that you guys have around this, but I darn sure enjoy what you guys create as a visitor to it, and I see the work that goes into it. So I'm glad you guys you have this safe place in a crazy world right now. So, but
Thanks,
yeah,
honey.
Amen.
So sweet. Amen. Where did we leave off?
right here.
Michelle says, thank you for your inspiration. Good husband there. Oh, yeah. He's not going nowhere. Ladies, he's off limits. Marie says, happy Thanksgiving, Miriam. Thank you. And to you and your family as well. And Love Disney Dog says, I thought I had gotten a lot of Christmas shopping done till I got home and unpacked the bags and realized 2/3 of the stuff I got was for me and my village.
You counted packages.
That is hilarious. B says, OMG, hello. I'm so happy I caught you while you're live. I am too. Welcome. Roland says, Sydney, you and your husband is living the lifestyle that is not a hobby. Season tickets. What a man. Thanks for Trina says, thanks for all your inspiration and encouragement. I did my first build this year. Happy holidays to you and your family. You are so welcome, Trina.
Awesome.
B says, I'm getting ready to set up my village and hand painted my houses about 20 years ago. I love them. Very nice. Isabella says, hi, I have binge watched all of Miriam's videos by now. Does anyone have tips for other village channels?
We'll get back to them. That's quite
I
a few.
feel like okay, so I know there is one gal who's on Instagram. She is Villages of All Seasons. She's on Instagram. She's awesome. Check her out on Instagram. I will have to get back with you so far as village videos are concerned. I know there's probably some, but I just can't think of any off the top of my head right now. Judith says, a train is one of my wishes, and the foam factory knife. I hope you get it, Judith. Jane says, watching from Ohio, love your villages. Thank you so much, Mandy. Oh, thank you, Silvio. Silvio Elena uses real water in his villages. And Silvio Elena is on YouTube. He is very intricate, you guys. His stuff is awesome. The videos are longer. He's very thorough in his tutorials, and he is going to teach you how to do some amazing things that you might not have even thought of for your villages, honestly. So he's definitely a good one. AJ says, "Are you guys based out of California?" No, we're in Arizona. Are you in California, AJ? B says, "You both are fabulous together." Oh, thanks. And Robin says, "Why not add a Notre Dame football field into your village and purchase football players and everything?"
That is good.
Well, since you bring that up, let me tell you what I'm doing next year, which I haven't even told you yet.
We'll be like that commercial where it's like, I want to build a football stadium in the backyard.
And it's like, no, our kids are going to
My
college.
kids are going to college.
I'm going to do an Irish tree next year, honey. I'm going
Nice.
to do a Notre Dame tree.
Oh yeah.
Christmas tree.
Yes.
All right.
So I already figured out what I'm doing next
Where are we
year.
putting it? Is that the
center.
in the center room?
That's in the center
Oh,
room.
wow.
That's just for you.
We'll definitely have a 3-hour video on that. We'll go through every ornament and why it's important and where that's located on campus and what it means to me. Okay, I digress.
Well, I was going to do
That'd be
colors.
good.
I'm just kidding.
Notre Dame, because you're taking us to a whole nother level. Jane says, "I'm adding a zoo this weekend at nephew level so that they can play while over."
That's nice.
Aw, that's so
That is awesome.
sweet. Roly says, "Silvio is a great channel to watch." Yes.
Yeah.
Ronnie says, "I'm still laughing about your husband wanting to talk about football when he covered for you and I had to take a quick break." Michelle says, "Does your husband have his favorite sports team village? If not, maybe he should." No, but it would have to be Notre Dame.
Yes.
I got a
But-
room for it. Listen, it would be Notre Dame,
Eh.
the Pittsburgh Steelers. I kind of NBA teams. I've been following players more than teams now because they trade them every week. So that becomes a problem. And then the Pittsburgh Pirates. So I gave up on the Chicago White Sox. So.
Okay. But I do have for my husband in the Christmas village, my husband's favorite Christmas movie is A Christmas Story. And I spent some money on this little figurine for this man. The scene where the little boy is beating up the other kid when he finally loses it, and he beats up the kid in the movie. Ralphie.
beats the
Yeah.
bully up.
So I have a village figurine of Ralphie beating up the kid.
It's awesome.
And I bought that specifically for my husband years ago when he didn't think villaging was cool.
That pulled me in.
And I said, "Look, honey, I bought this. This is representing you." Because it's his favorite Christmas movie. And we have to watch that movie every year. It's like mandatory in our house sometime during the Christmas season.
I mean,
We will watch A Christmas
but
Story.
I only make them watch it like once. I might watch it like 10 times on TBS, right? Because they just run it over and over and over.
Over and over. So Linda says, "Live in North Dakota, wanted to add a stadium with Touchdown Jesus."
No,
Nice.
I live
Oh,
close to
you
Indy.
live close to Notre Dame. Oh,
I know.
Oh.
That's awesome.
nice.
Can't
Wait,
lose.
what
Can't go
city are
wrong.
you in? Are you in South Bend? My husband's from South Bend.
Doesn't look like it will happen this year. Too many houses, and my husband counts packages. Yep.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. There's something about counting the number of packages sitting in front of the door. It could be a $5 item. You can have 10 packages at $5, right? It's $50, but we're counting packages. So.
Judith says, "I watch Silvio when I have time." B says, "I'm in Pennsylvania, PA, and I put my whole village in my bay window, and last year it almost went to the top of the window. My mom said I was nuts since you couldn't see out really." You're not nuts, B. We speak the same language. Linda says, "I tried to make sure every family member has their own house, preferably with their name on it." That is so sweet.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to personalize my buildings, and Pat from Hotwire Foam Factory actually villaged for years and just recently gave me some tips on how to do it. So I want to try my hand at it. Not for this year because it's just too busy. But maybe next year, I definitely want to personalize some of even the stores, different names on my storefronts. Michelle says, I use Christmas tree ornaments for my husband's Philadelphia Eagles Village. Great way to add vehicles to your village. Nice. Linda says, no Southwest
She's
Michigan.
in Southwest Michigan.
Oh, no,
Not
in
Southwest.
Southwest. About 40-minute drive. Oh, but that's not too far at all. Cheryl Bell says, thank you for inspiring me to take my village to the next level. I've made trees and a train. It's a future wish. I refer to you as my Christmas village advisor. You're amazing. Happy birthday. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much. And I am honored to be your advisor. Norma says, hello from Ohio.
Ohio.
Hi. Barbara says, I really enjoyed all your videos and live streams. So much fun. Happy birthday and happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
Jen says, I purchased the Ralphie collection for my husband. He loves that movie. That is fantastic. Vicky says, I'm new here. Thank you so much for your beautiful inspirations. Wait, the comments just moved. Where did it go? Oh, I have my, part of your comment cut off. It just says, I have my in. And that was it, Vicky. But welcome. Thank you for joining us and coming along our crazy Christmas village family. And you are very welcome. Anna says, like you, I didn't want Santa on my village, but one of my grandchildren placed a long leg Santa on the top of the train tunnel. He also changed a few things around, but I'll leave it as he wanted. The things you do for grandchildren, right? Yes. Grandchildren get away with everything. Absolutely. Beachcomber says, B, do you have pictures of your village set up in your bay window? I also put my village in my bay window. I would love to see your setup. Yes, that would be awesome. So you guys can even, you know what I'm just remembering? Sorry. One of you suggested last live stream that I set up a Facebook for the group so we can all share our pictures. And I totally forgot.
No, you still have time.
Yeah, I'll do that so that it'll be easier for us to share our pictures and things like that. I don't know if they can you do that on Instagram?
Did you Facebook or Instagram?
I know Facebook. They want Facebook, but I'm asking, can you do it on Instagram? You guys,
Instagram is awful.
I'm not good with social media, but can we share it? Can they see each other's? Is what I'm asking. Do you guys know?
That's a good question. I don't know. We'll have to go talk to a 15-year-old somewhere. We'll get back to you on that.
I'm too old for this. I do have an Instagram, miriamsmanor@gmail.com. I don't know. That's my email. Help me, Lord. It's at Miriam's Manor, my Instagram handle. So I don't know if we are able to share videos, but
we'll talk to our Instagram folks. We'll talk to
Jasmine
and Albert and find out.
They're going to help us. If not, I will get the Facebook set up so we can start sharing pictures since we're all around that time to getting our villages done. So you guys, we're going to wrap this up. I do want to say the contest is all submissions due December 1st. We are fastly approaching that. We have 9 more days until all of these submissions are due. I think so far we have about 20 or 25 submissions so far. So with there being 4 prizes, and 4 different entries, that's still good odds, guys, for those of you who want to jump in as quickly as you can. So thank you guys for joining us. I will do one more live stream next month. And we can, for those of you who might have any additional questions, and I'll probably have something to share with you guys then. And then we can talk about it then and see if this is something you guys want to keep doing. I opened it up for Christmas villages and being able to be a resource to you guys to help you live, answer your questions. So if you just want to see my face in January and February and March, let me know. Maybe we can all still hang out at the beginning of next year too. So
here's some input about Instagram.
Oh, great. So Isabella says on Instagram, they can tag you or use the same hashtag.
Okay.
I don't know how to tag, so you guys will have to help me with that. B says, I would love to do that. Would be great. You would have to start a group on Facebook for us to all join your Facebook group. Okay. I can figure that out. Bright Opal says, if your Instagram is public, we can see the post you put in it. We can then, as individual Instagram users, make a group where we share pictures. Oh, okay. Janet says, your submission is coming. Okay. I'm behind too. You'll probably get it 9:30. Oh, you meant 11:30?
Yeah.
What happened to you on 9:30, Janet? You went back to September. Thanks for everything. Okay, very good. So I will try to figure out the Instagram group and the Facebook group. And what I will do is in the next video that I post for the village, I'll give you guys the information on that. But it'll be Miriam's Manor. Everything is just going to be Miriam's Manor to keep it easy. So thank you guys. God bless you. Have a safe, fun, and stuffed Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have yummy food and you can get with your family and friends and loved ones. And we will see you next time.
God bless you.
Bye.
Bye.
Very good.